Yo, what's up everybody? This is Penderbear 3005 Myles here. Last time we was in the video, Sakura died. So now we gotta figure out who killed her. Let's just get right into it. I just want to figure out who did it. Who did it? I want to see who did it, bro. Or I just want to figure out who I think did it. Anyway, but let's do this. I better check the Monokuma file before anything else. The victim was Sakura. The time of death was about 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There is evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems at one point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. Monokuma's file number 4 has been added to that thing.
Hey.
I think this case this time might be a challenge. Why is that?
So...
The only way in the rec room is the door we just came through. And that door has been jammed shut with a chair from inside the rec room. Which means the killer would have had to escape somewhere after barring the door. So if the door was blocked from the inside, and there was no way in or out till we broke the window, there's like zero escape, right? In other words, this is a classic locker room murder. Locker room murder? I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery novels or books or whatever. But could it really happen in real life? And right before our very eyes like this?
Hey.
Are you curious to hear about what are locker room murders? Are you curious to hear more about what a locker room murder entails? Sure, if you don't mind.
That's fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is the locker room is created after the actual crime is committed. It simply means the killer committed his crime, then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. I'm sorry. So for that, all we have to do is check the door and see if that was it, right?
Correct.
The second type is that the locked room already exists before the crime is committed. Oh.
In other words.
Basically, the killer used a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through the gap in the door, something like that.
However.
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There's no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't allow any gaps that would allow it. Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
It's true.
The third type is the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. What do you mean by that?
In other words.
They stay hidden, and when the door is open, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend to show up along with everyone else, and that's that. That sounds like it could have been possible, maybe.
It's true.
And the fourth and final one is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all, not a locked room.
In other words.
But by that I mean there's actually an alternate escape route somewhere within this room. You see, this is a lot. This is a lot of novels. You see, this is a lot in novels and things, but in reality, it's generally not possible. Then you think we can cross that one off too?
Indeed.
I believe so, yes. So when it comes to a locker room mystery, those are the basics. So there are 4 possibilities. In Kyoko, which of those 4 choices seem the most likely in this case?
It's true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I can't really say. I see. The way the killer set up the locker room, until I figured that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else. Alright, let us do this. This looks like some kind of wrapper. Did you recognize it, Hina? Well, yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That was a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her, and I thought it might help calm her down a little. So you gave her that candy. So you gave that candy to Sakura. I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my. Damn, fat ass! I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. You really like them that much?
I mean,
but I wanted Sakura to get the chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now they've lost all their flavor. You know. Polka dot candy wrapper has been added to that thing. It's probably that grandma candy. Okay. Wait, look at this. There are shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura is sitting in. The glass is all red. These are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So there might have originally been a bottle. Glass shards on the floor has been added to that thing. Yay! There's something else on the ground in the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. Figure on the floor has been added to that thing. Cool. Oh, so it's like this? These are there are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. And inside each bottle, there's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is, how did they get these figurines inside the bottle?
so...
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle. Huh? You know, where the bottle opening is smaller than the boat placed it inside? You never seen that? Oh yeah, maybe I have. I remember my grandpa, he had one of those in his house.
In other words...
So this is the Monokuma version of that. The Monokuma bottle, if you will. Monokuma bottle's been added to that thing. I feel like I'm finally starting to get a sense of things, little by little. The Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figures we found on the floor. The red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle. Which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? The shards of glass and the Monokuma figures are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. Uh-oh, what is this? Huh, the locker's open, and they're on the inside. It's a handprint.
Why?
What's the handprint doing here? Looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and left the handprint and all the dust.
True.
It looks quite fresh too. I'd say someone was hiding in the locker and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in there until the locker room was open, don't you think? And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that is not possible. Why not?
Hey.
Think about it. Before we opened the door, we looked into the room, right? Oh yeah, and the locker was already opened at that point.
Indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hid it in there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then what does this handprint mean? Locker room handprint has been added to that thing. Locker handprint, not locker room. Fuck. Ooh, there's blood right here. There's a blood stain in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? That doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Magazine shelf blood stain has been added to that thing. Okay. Check this then. That same shelf full of magazines. There's all kinds of magazines here. Cool. Alright, let's check on Sakura. Sakura drew her last breath, sitting slumped forward in the chair. There is obvious evidence of a blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally, I wouldn't have any problem believing that that's what killed her. But according to the Monokuma file, she also had vomited blood. And I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So what would have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. status of Sakura's body has been added to that thing. She might have been poisoned. That candy? Somebody could have poisoned that candy. Maybe her getting hit in the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood. That is a possibility. Not a chance. Alright, fuck us, I guess. Togami?
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on a most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting, don't you agree? No, I don't think I can call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. Nah, shit, Makoto. Alright, well, let's talk to Hina first. Let's talk to Hina. You already know who did it.
Forgive you.
Togami, Toko, or Hiro. Has to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Come on. Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? How would you know that? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me, she said she left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon, the Monokuma files said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth, I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her. She wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her by force even, this would never have happened. Nina. It's impossible not to have regrets, I know. Aoi's account has been added to that thing, bitch. But the fact that she had asked those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying. Might be good to confirm what I just heard with three of them directly. Kilo. Alright, let's talk to you then. Alright, well, let me talk to Kyoko first, and then I'll talk to him. But for Sakura to have been killed, yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
It's true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? They might have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
Certainly. They would have needed it to if they expected to stand a chance against her.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet with her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. And it's true? I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go to see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Togami said he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. Togami's account has been added today. Okay, so I saw this when I was talking to him, so let me look at this real quick. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance of the room.
So...
It looks like a protein drink and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. She mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know. But still, it's protein can. It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. It reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem Lab had all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten it from the Chem Lab. Oh, so they could have poisoned her shit.
Just a second.
That's strange. What is?
Hey,
You see what's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass. They must be part of the window I broke to get inside. But they aren't just scattered around the can, they are also underneath it. How does that matter?
so...
The Can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. Okay, so somebody placed that. Well, no, yeah, somebody had to place that. I was thinking because it said it was rolling around. If it was rolling around, it could have rolled onto that, but nah. Because you could, I can't give an example, but yeah, somebody placed that, I'm assuming. I'm pretty sure. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on. An important clue, I'm not sure I see how. Empty protein drink has been added to that thing, motherfucker. Cool, let's leave. I need to examine the crime scene much more. Alright, cool. What the fuck do I look at then, dude? This? Oh, clock. Okay, cool. It's around 1 o'clock right now. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura died at 12 at noon, so roughly an hour ago. But was that when Kyoka and I were moving the alter ego? Huh? What is that? Hold up. The chair was shoved up against the doorknob, so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. Okay. Can I leave now? Need to examine the crime scene. What more do I need to examine? Dude, I don't know what else I'm supposed to check. Oh no. I don't get it! What? What? This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock and there's no evidence that the mounting has been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened of course when I broke in to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on this door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about this door. Wait, didn't I just read this? There's no reason the door didn't. Sure. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. There's no evidence of tampering, so I created the door. Wait, so the killer must have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside. The rec room door has been added to that thing. Fuck! I thought I had already read that. Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation? Yeah, I think so for the most part. Sorry. I'm sorry I was going through all that shit. I had spent a little bit of time trying to figure out what the last thing was to figure out, and it wouldn't let me like leave, so I was getting aggravated. Which is why I have decided you'll go in my place. I think I forgot to read the last part. She decided. She's gotten a lot more pushy since we've had our issue. But she's right, I have to go talk to the others. Sakura wants to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they wanted to say. Okay, cool. Those 2 are probably back in their rooms. Alright, here's Toko. I press the doorbell. Ding dong. And after a few seconds... what's poppin'? Huh? Who's there? The most negative aura I have ever felt. An aura of total decay.
What do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Goodbye. Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
What do you want? You said you wanted to talk to me about something? I wanted to talk to you about the fact that Sakura had asked you to meet with you. Fuck. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Togami already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just said two, didn't I? I guess now I'm totally obvious, huh? It's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me about it? I admit, I did get the note, but I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? I think I'll be going back to my room. With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. Toko's account has been added to the flag. Alright, let's go talk to the hero. I think he's over here. Oh, that's Leon. That's Hero. These controls are beautiful. I press the doorbell. Ding dong. After a few seconds.
You know?
What's up, Makoto? Do you need something? Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It was about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. How did you know about that?
Could it be?
Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Togami and Toko to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that? Well, when she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note. She gave it to me in person. She mentioned the others like it. She gave it to me in person. She happened to mention the others like in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So there you went and met with Sakura?
Got it all wrong.
No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
The last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me.
I haven't seen her since. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave me? Do I still have it? Let's see. Hero was feeling around in his pockets.
Hey, come on.
Oh, sorry, it looks like I don't have it anymore. With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hero's pockets. Huh? Ooh. Ah.
What?
Quick as the wind, he snatched it back up again. Ooh. And shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash?
What?
Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me. Waiting for a reply, Hero quickly slipped back into his room. Hero said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Pocket trash has been added to that. Bang! Okay, so I've heard from... what's next? I'll definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find more about the protein we found. Yeah. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab. So where should I start? Alright, I think we'll go to the chem lab first. Okay, here we go. God damn, look at that mess. Koto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, you got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes sir, I understand. Bitch, Togami, okay, you cool and all, but I'll smack the fuck out of you, bro. Don't ever say that, ever. Triple that. Thank you, Makoto. At least you didn't fucking say it, you fucking bitch. Let's look at... Alright, well, we're looking at this. This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over it. How big is it? I should probably take a closer look at it. It looks like like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. But more importantly right now, what's this powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. Alright. Alright, well look at this. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. This is where all the powder came from. It looks like the bottle has a label on it. Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning, checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have been spilled.
In other words,
That's right, it could only have been around this time of the incident. If that really is what happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Source of the powder has been added to the thing. These are footprints. Them some big ass fucking footprints. God damn. And they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? You may need to sketch out floor plans. But by we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and ones. Well, let's go. Chop chop. Okay. God, I hate Makoto. So I got to work, and before long I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. That is a sketch, alright. That is fucking terrible. So how's this? Not bad for you, I mean. For me. So when you look at this like this, when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to the shelf, did whatever they had to, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be...
Certainly possible.
Are they yours? No.
What?
Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Togami said. I see. Your feet don't appear to be too big. Fortunately, I must admit that these are not your footprints. Unfortunately. But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they belong to. And these prints are a really valuable clue. So this shelf looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what. Fuck! It looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. That sentence was terrible. They're reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh? What, you think studying science and mathematics has no practical applications in the real world? The world of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving Unit B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. In this case, I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf. Alright, let me look at Aiden. Let's see what's on this shelf. There's all kind of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein can we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I can guess I consider this part of the shelf Unit A. But wait. This one bottle here, that's labeled Chem C9. Could someone have put it in here by accident? Ooh. On this shelf is... one look at it, I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. They look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All these containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I can guess... So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving Unit C. Unit Section C. I should try to find out more about these shelving units. Looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A is dietary, B is reagents, and C is lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. But what concerns me is that in Section A there was a bottle with a label from Section C. what was a bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on. Chem lab shelf has been added to the thing. First, I have to check this. What the fuck more do you have to check? Oh, this. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. No footsteps. I should probably take a look. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. Okay. There also remains of broken. Okay. I think I've already read this. So, based on the position of whoever was here, I went from the left side of the shelf. Okay. According to Takami, the powder would have had to been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell from now. Footprints in the powder have been added to that thing. Already taking a good look at the camera. Take it back to the red room. Yay! I'm sorry, I'm not reading it all. It's like I just realized I'm just like saying shit. Where's the rec room at? Oh, here we go. Oh.
Hey.
So Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro had told me. I see. So along with Takami, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying?
Anyway.
Well, I've made some progressions of my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These three things have revealed new clues. You do well to look them over one more time. Okay. Okay, I'll look at this one. Alright. I clicked on this like 10 fucking times. Kyoko said the magazine itself was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. Magazine is upside down. Alright, that's suspicioso. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
Hey.
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. Picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. This is on one of the pages near the center of the magazine. A word had been written in bold, bloody letters, and it said Toko. Could it be dying message? This would appear. This is. Then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this? It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write. A dying message.
However.
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it, for the benefit of others who might come with. Hey, is that says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it. Then she's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet.
Forgive you.
It's settled. She's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. I can see why you would say that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me even more suspicious. Magazine dying message added to that thing. Alright. She said, look at the bottle repeat. I think Kyoko says she found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Something new.
Hey.
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it. Fuck me. Correlation. Hey Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is?
So.
I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come up with their own conclusions so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? Triple No answer? I do trust you to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree. Monokuma bottles, that's dang.
Hey.
Actually, there's one other thing. The Monokuma bottles. About the Monokuma bottles that have been bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm this. You don't mind helping me, right? An experiment?
Anyway.
Can you gather up all the broken pieces of the Monokuma bottle? Try to get even the smaller pieces too. Are you sure it's going to mess up with the crime scene like
doesn't
that?
matter.
I already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine, and that obnoxious Tagami's not here, so...
Then,
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab while I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. With that, Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but... What choice do I have? I better just do it. I took a broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. And just like that, I was finished up. Sorry to keep you waiting.
then,
Is everything fine? Then let's get to work. That mischievous ass smile. So what kind of experiment are we
in
doing?
other words,
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weight. Compare the weights of what? The pieces of glass you collected in one of the Monokuma bottles that are still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It makes sense when we're done.
listen.
First, let's compare the weight of two of the normal Monokuma bottles. Okay, so it's even. It's
In other
balanced.
words,
Which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. Which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same. If nothing else could... And nothing else could really affect the
so
weight.
then,
Now here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now what might we expect to see? Well, the normal assumption would be either they balance out or pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all up, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there. Okay, then let's give it a try. Huh? The broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought.
In
What?
other words,
The results of our experiments and the correlation between each of the bottles. Put it all together, and I believe you will arrive at a very persuasive conclusion. So what do you think? What do you think? It's all on you. Monokuma bottle experiment at thing. Alright, let's talk to her. I said let's talk to her. Let's look at her. According to Kyoko, there's something to be discovered from
Just a
Sakura's
second.
body. Just staring off in space isn't going to help you figure out something. Well, you know, but
hey,
don't you think you might need to actually examine the body? Triple down.
whew,
There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. This kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although, there are still some times. I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
true.
It's totally normal. And how can you...
So,
I imagine because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry, never mind.
hey,
More importantly, look here. Her shoes.
correct.
You see that yellow powder on the instep? Yeah, it really stands
I
out.
see.
That powder is clue number 1. Yellow powder has been added to the thing. So, what I'm thinking right now is that maybe Sakura, when she went to go get the protein shake, she grabbed the wrong shit. Or wait, no. Because the bottle... Huh?
Hey,
Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully. I'm gonna come back to that. Just wait on that.
it's true.
Actually, even telling you that is incredibly difficult to spot. So let me just
It
explain.
seems-
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows.
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting
Correct.
thing. Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So, that's what I've learned from examining her body in detail. Kyoko's examination summary has been added to that thing. I can't believe she was able to learn all that just from looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. Ding dong, bing bong. That was quick. That was a quick, bro. It's only been 45 minutes. I mean, that's still long, but damn. Fuck. Come on.
You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
Okay. It's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen in the class trial. Whatever happens, I have to make something happen. Alright, so let me look at this real quick, because I need to, where is it at? Truth bullets? Is it truth bullets? Yeah. Look at this right here. Okay, you seen that, right? That shit on her foot. Fuck, where's the layout? There's a layout. There's a layout. Huh? There was a layout. Okay, so that bottle right there, if I remember correctly, it was on the side of C. The footprints were at A. So how the fuck did she spill it? I'm so confused, bro. What the fuck? I had a whole theory and it just went out the window because the bottle's on the whole opposite side. There's no way she's not Taco Fall. She can't just reach and just throw that shit over there. Man, damn, bro. Damn, I had a good ass theory and it just went out the window. That's some bullshit. I'm mad. Monokuma made his announcement and everyone began to meet up one after another. And then the ultimate martial artist. A locked room murder mystery. What the? Oh, I just recently discovered the power of emoticons. Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss on a smiley face, it turns positive. For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body. This is just plain creepy. And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put in a sad face, it makes it look super negative. For example, you have 100 friends. He's right, that does make it look sad. I can't wait! Now then, please get on the elevator. I'll see you all down there. What the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me!
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean!
I mean, I didn't murder anyone. Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer? Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt, one of us is the culprit. The killer, the one that murdered Sakura. I almost said Sayaka. She was stronger than anyone I know. She was stronger than the whole damn school. And yet, someone killed her. And that person is here. The person is one of us. Let's get on this elevator. We watched the doors close. And I felt it begin its sinister descent. Damn! The elevator lowered, uttering an all too familiar clunking sound. Dude, that shit is empty as hell. There's like 6 people, bro. That's crazy. It fell lower and lower. And as suddenly as always, ding, the ride was over. The doors opened up once again. Just the 6 of us, huh? Really? That's so few. You must be so lonely. You say that like it's not your fault. We're all that's left. I wonder, will this class trial end with one less classmate again, or will your school life come to an end completely? Now then, are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened for the 4th time. A deadly Nope, Makoto. A deadly class trial. I'm not reading all that shit. Would you like to save? Absolutely. Alright, guys. In the next episode, we're going to figure out who killed Sakura. When I tell you, I have no fucking clue who killed her, or have any idea. I mean it, I really don't. I had a theory, and it just went out the fucking window as soon as I realized it. I was like, oh my god. But yeah, in the next episode, we will figure out who the hell did this. Like, I don't know, whoever did it, it was elaborate as hell. But yeah, anyway, this is Panda Bear 3005. I hope you enjoyed the video. Peace.